Hello and welcome back to Koi Boy Games. This is your host Nathan from Weekend with the Weebs, and today we are going to be continuing Devil May Cry DMC.
But it happened, and with it came new life. Twin boys, you and I, a hybrid of the warring angel and demon races.
Still, I find this funny, because, like,
learned of Sparta's betrayal,
Nephilim are really crosses between humans and angels. But, you know,
Evil was murdered by his own hand. And for Sparta, he demanded a more brutal fate. Endless punishment and pain.
You know, I love how they never go and save the father.
But even as evil was destroyed, and Sparta was in prison for eternity, each knew that the seed for their revenge had already been sown.
It's like, no, he's in prison for eternity.
According to legend,
but we're gonna slay up every demon in hell and not free him.
Are Nephilim, a hybrid of angel and demon. Those hybrids now exist, you and I.
Whoa, cool painting. It's flipping us the bird, too.
But there were two Nephilim, and each had been hidden well. Sparta armed his sons. The rebellion for Dante.
Well, that's my sword.
So, Mundus killed our mom and imprisoned our dad.
Yes.
Oh crap, I think there's like some guy walking back there.
Demon father, angel mother. We are Nephilim.
No, you're not. That's biblically incorrect.
Good.
But you know, whatever. We can go with it.
Being dragged into limbo. I'll find Kat. She'll get you out. Stand firm.
Alright, here we go. Alright. That was quite the twist. Alright, let's try and get up at these guys. Pull the shields off, maybe. We shall see. I did also change to Neo Dante. So there's different skins in this game. They're all pretty much free. I don't think you have to pay for any, so let's change it up a bit. So that's why my weapons and clothing is a bit different. I just like to change it up. Alright, we know all that. Okay. Alright. Okay. So I was just thinking of a story to tell. This is another one. But this is another church story. So, at Easter time, it gets really busy around my church. So, we're all there, okay? But there's all these other people who come just on Christmas and Easter. And, you know, I don't really care, but, like, there's this big thing calling them cheesters and stuff, but they all come. And normally, like, some of them, they're dressed up in, like, really, like, overly done, like, you know, they're babies and, like, you know, Giorgio Armani. Wait, no, Giorgio Armani doesn't make suits. What's that one in? I think from India. Anyhow, they're dressed up in, like, really fine suits, and this will be, like, an infant, like, straight out of the womb and stuff. Just weird stuff like that, like, way too dressed up. And, you know, normally, yeah, but, like, you don't need to, you know, like, literally, like, people almost coming out with the jeweled cod piece here, you know, like those old Renaissance paintings, alright? So this is going over the top. So, I remember one year,
over here.
We had to go into the basement because the balcony was full and the general, like, seating was full. So we had to go into the basement and watch a recording. Well, the recording of, like, the live stream of the priest upstairs failed. So it was just a blue screen, but, you know, we were listening. We're like, okay, yeah, stick it through, you know, stick it through for God, you know. And, then we saw the weirdest thing. There was this little boy running around in, like, a Halloween prison costume with handcuffs on. And it was just the weirdest fucking thing. Like, why at church? Especially these people, you know, who are like pretty much wearing jeweled cod pieces out
I'll have
here.
to find another way.
How the hell is their kid wearing like a Halloween costume, let alone a prison inmate jumpsuit in church? And we were just like, with the handcuffs and everything, we're like, what the heck? That, it's just such an awkward thing. And you know, oh my gosh, I just remember, even to this day, we're like, oh, what was the story behind that? Like, the kids, like, parents are like, oh, you gotta wear your jeweled cod piece to church or something. I don't know. But anyhow, you know, it's, then it's like, no, but mommy, I want to wear my prison suit, you know? And they're like, oh, fuck it. You know, I don't know there. But that's just how it goes. Kind of concludes, oh god, my random church stories. Oh, really? Oh, wait, I do have one more. Okay. So this is, I'm an usher now. I mean, not as hardcore as I used to be, but this was when I was like fucking hardcore, y'all. So I remember it was a really hot day, and there was this old man, and he fainted, and he was kind of, you know, down. So it was real emergency. We got him to the back. They're like, okay, Nate, you gotta make the call. You gotta call the police. So I did. I told them where we were and stuff. And then, so the EMTs and the ambulance get here. You know, the police office is right down the street. So they get here. They're all, you know, there. And the man is, to the whole time, they, like, wake him up, but he's still, like, kind of a little bit out of it, but he's, like, conscious. He's like, fuck you and stuff, and then it was just so weird. And they're like, sir, we took a mild blood sample while you were out, and yeah, you're about to go into like diabetic shock. And he's like, they like pumped him with insulin and stuff, and they're like, you're okay now, but we really want to take you to the hospital, get you a doctor, you know, prescribe this medication. And he's like, screw you, I'm not diabetic and stuff. And it was just like so weird. And then the whole time, like, my whole job, they're like, okay, we want to make sure this guy is safe, don't let anyone near him, let the EMTs, you know, do their thing. So I'm like, okay. And then and then there's this guy, right, we had him right, like, kind of by one of the exit doors, because that was where we could, you know, pull him out to. And then that guy, there was a guy blocking it, and oh my gosh, it was just so weird. Like, there was a guy trying to get through the door, and it's like, can't you see? We have a medical emergency here, sir. And like, he still kept going. Like, it was, oh my gosh. It was a hell of a day. Hell of a day. But you know, it all worked out. The guy's safe. I mean, I think he is. It's been a long time, and I went off to college. That was like 5 years ago, so you know, now I don't know how he's doing, but you know, he was safe for them, and that's all that matters. Yeah, no. Fun times, you know. Sometimes you get like the best stories out of people. It's great. Especially like old people. Old people are, you know, the fucking bomb with stories. Like, whether that's like intentional, like there's those wise old people, and then there's like those, you know, those oh god,
Getting the hang of this.
there's those, what's it called? Like people who are a little losing it. But still, like they almost make the story, you know. But I'm trying to think of a time, cause I volunteer at a hospice, and you know, I can't, you know, give any names or anything, or you know, say where, when, or how, really, but I just remember there was one guy, and okay, so essentially his wife was my patient, right? And she was, you know, going through some Alzheimer's, and Alzheimer's is fucking terrible. Like, it is, like, you can describe it all you want. It ain't just you lose your memory. No, you literally get turned into a fucking zombie. Like, this shit is real. But anyhow, so her husband would come to visit. Half the time I'd just be talking to him. Yeah, no, it's really, he was a great guy. But the weirdest thing was, he worked for, like, this nutrition company. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. Like, that's what you do, I guess. But then, like, one day he hands me this business card, and it's complete MLM. So he, like, sells these vitamins as an MLM. But you know, I don't know. The guy would also be like, you know, some of his things. Like, he'd always be, and it was kind of sweet in a way, because he'd always be trying to, you know, cure his wife, but the problem was, he's like, oh, these doctors don't know anything, and he's like, my acupuncturist, you know, he cured my cancer, even though, like, I later asked him, you know, okay, yeah, man, were you on chemo or anything? He's like, yeah, I was doing a ton of chemo. So it's like, okay, maybe the chemo was the thing, not your acupuncturist. Maybe acupuncturist helped, but, you know. So anyhow, he'd always be coming up with these weird, like, cures. He's like, oh, if only they'd give her these vitamin supplements, but the doctors won't listen. So, and he was apparently a science teacher before, too, but it's like someone, you know, wasn't really using the scientific method, but I still found it kind of, you know, sweet in ways. Trying to help his wife, but, you know, at this time we really don't have a cure for Alzheimer's, which is a big problem. Frankly, like, we still have, like, 5 different theories, 3 of which were pretty close, knowing what actually causes the fucking thing. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. You know, I hate to be that way, but it's a shit disease, and we'll find a way, you know. It's gonna take a shit ton of money, but we're gonna get there. Someday. You know. Sad part, though, is some other disease will probably go around, like, you know, back in the day when the bubonic plague was a thing and everyone was killing all of Europe, you know, practically. But, you know, nowadays we never hear about that. Cancer was still a thing back then, but, you know, that's one of the big killers of this era, so, you know, we'll find probably a cure for that, and something else will evolve out of nowhere. Or, well, cancer really hasn't evolved, but you know what I mean. Something else will come up. You know, that's kind of the human struggle right there, is we have all these problems. Once we find, you know, a momentary break from the problems, just new problems show up. So, that's kind of how it is, I guess, really. Kind of went existential here. I was talking about some, like, kid running around in a prison suit.
Silver Sacks Tower, the world's most powerful investment bank. And who runs it?
Silver Sacks.
CEO, Power Rider, a human investment, the physical manifestation of Mundus, the Demon King. Through death, he controls everything. To Mundus, the world
Kinda like
and he likes
American Express.
And docile.
I fucking hate American Express.
The Raptor News Corporation.
If anyone knows, like, it's stupid, because it doesn't give you many benefits, and you pay so much to use it. Plus, no card will, you know, accept it, because, or no place other than big businesses, because, you know, it charges the merchants more just to use the damn card than it does to, you know, actually profit, let alone make the product, so, you know, screw American Express. Discover card. That's a good one. That's, like, honestly the best card out, like, for someone, you know, that's just in a moderate credit zone.
So, how did you do that? We get his attention. Mundus is petty. He's impulsive.
Here we go, you know, Discover card. Please sponsor us. I use your product.
Okay, so to kill Mundus, you need to drag him away from the Hellgate. We do that by pissing him off.
Roughly speaking, yes.
Also, remember, you can email us at weekendwiththeweebs@gmail.com, and with a recording of your voice, and I will put you as the intro, just say Koi Boy Games. That's all you gotta do. A little shout out, and if you have a channel, I'll shout it out as well. Not like it'll help too much, but you know, we try here. Alright. That about concludes it for this episode. I shall see you next time. Have a great day. Have a great life. Merry Christmas. Happy Halloween. Trying to think of more holidays. Well, anyway, bye.